Hi and welcome to another daily devotion. Today I'm going to start on a totally different topic. We're finished now Galatians chapter 5 and chapter 6. Today I'm going to be speaking about the challenge or the contest, if you like, between creation and evolution, what we hear today. But really, in fact, there is no contest at all, because the best that evolution has ever graduated to is a theory. And we know that the person who was there that created things in the beginning was so kind to give this information to be written in a book that we call the Bible. And so, here we have the first-hand account. The very person there, the author, was there as he created, and we have this information handed to us today, which is so good. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 1 I'm just going to read, and it says here, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth." It actually says in the beginning, in beginningness. And so, when God created, nothing existed before that. So, in these coming weeks I'm going to be speaking about this theory of, a pre-Adamic race and this death and sickness and suffering and violence before Adam and Eve. And we're going to actually see how crazy this stuff really, really is. And we know that other theories have been adopted into the creation account, like millions of years and the creation account. But really, there's only one, and that is the creation in the literal days that were mentioned, not over millions of years. And, it's what a tragedy it is when we try and blend them all together, all these theories together. And so, for me, I know when I grew up in school, I didn't learn everything, didn't learn a lot, but one thing I did notice that when I got saved and started reading the Bible, I saw that there was such a conflict between, what I was taught as far as evolution and what the scriptures teach about how I was created by God himself. And so, that really began to be a bit of a challenge. And over these coming weeks, again, I'm going to be speaking about how, we as Christians really need to know that God did create the heavens and the earth and the sea and all that is within. And there is no mistake about that. And if we have any doubts about that, we really won't understand the full message of the gospel. And again, we're going to get to that in the coming days and weeks. And so, we talk today about, it's so noticeable about this identity crisis that we see in humanity. And, it's any wonder that if people have this mindset that our ancestors were tree-swinging, banana-eating, flea-infested, poop-throwing creatures, that's not going to do a great deal for anybody's, image and self-worth and things like that. But I know that God created me. In his own image and likeness. God created male and female. He created them. And that is a great cure to an identity crisis. So join me in the coming days, because I'm really excited about this, because there's a lot of freedom and truth in this revelation that God created. In the beginning, God created. We didn't evolve. This evolution, this theory of evolution is exactly just that. It's a theory. So anyway, join me tomorrow, and we're going to go through the scriptures and really see what God has really said about creation. Amen. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.